guys, we just listened to a podcast called The Deep with Zoe Marshall, and she interviewed Dom. And she also, it hasn't been released yet, but she also interviewed Olivia, and it looks like she's going to try and mediate between the two and get them to reconcile.
We never thought we'd see the day.
I know.
We never thought we'd see the day. I still don't think there will be a reconciliation. I don't. I really don't.
Their Insta stories and such is still volatile towards each other, so I'm curious to see how that would go. I don't know.
I thought it was an interesting interview. I really did. As you guys know, I'm not a feminist. I don't believe in feminists. The reason being is that if we treat men a certain way, they are going to treat us a certain way, and that is what I fear.
Said I was on my period. I think you were kind of scared. Be honest. You wouldn't know what to do. I would like to have sex with you. Is it that hard?
We are beating each other against a wall.
Well, at least someone's getting beaten. Someone's wall's getting beaten. How hard is it to get a root?
Now, Dominica has stated on this podcast that what she said about period sex was very powerful, was a very powerful movement. I don't feel it was. I feel it was a backwards movement. The reason being that if we speak to men a certain way, expect them to speak to us a certain way, and I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like men demanding sex from me.
If you take what happened between Dom and Jack on the couch and flip it, and Jack's the one saying, I was horny and I wanted sex, why isn't she attracted to me? He would be ridiculed.
100%,
Massively. It's
100%.
only because the era that we're in right now, women are holding more power, but they're not using that power as an equal standing. They're using it as a way to dominate men again.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like you want to kind of do the opposite.
We want to keep it balanced.
Why can't we just take the high road and be better so everyone's equal? I think this sort of conversation is fine with your partner, closed doors.
100%.
You know, private setting, not on a national platform where everyone's
You don't bully someone
bullying
to have sex with you because you are horny. Men, female, anyone. You don't bully someone to have sex with you because you're horny. And if we're going to talk to men like that, expect them to talk to us like that. And I just don't like it. I don't want that. We're back to square one, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that's what they spoke about in the podcast, how powerful Dom was. I enjoyed the podcast. I did. As you guys know, like I said, I'm not an extreme feminist at all. I don't believe in it. I believe that we are actually going backwards in society, not forwards.
How hard is it to get a root?
Unfortunately, we can't put up bits of the podcast because it is a premium paid section.
Yeah.
So we're not sure if we're allowed. So you're going to have to take our word for it.
100%. But in the podcast, they mentioned about Dom getting the hero's edit. And I feel that she did because her previous husband was, not Jack, her previous husband before Jack, was a TV producer. And I feel like maybe, just maybe, she knew people in the industry. She'd have to because she worked on Studio 10 as well. So she would have had to. So I feel like she maybe, my opinion, got a good edit because of this, because she's worked with these people before.
Is beauty blogger Dominica Calarco. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Dom and Olivia, do you think they'll reconcile, Mars?
Considering that so far they still not saying great things about each other.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I don't know why. I don't know why Dom wants to do all these podcasts. I do. I'm just saying that I don't. I do. It's for the money. It is for the money. And the more that she talks about this, the more money that she will generate, 100%. Now, she'll say she doesn't want to talk about this. She doesn't want it. She wants it to be over. That's rubbish. She's making money on her own right, 100%. 100%. She is business savvy. I'll give her that much. She is.
Girl, you do you. Stay in your lane. I just hope she stops mentioning me.
She is still leveraging off Olivia. She is. Otherwise, she'd squash it. She'd squash it completely, say, look, I don't want to talk about Olivia anymore. This is what I'm doing, and that's it. But she's not. She's mentioning Olivia as many times as she possibly can. Otherwise, you'd squash it. Do you agree with that, Mars?
I think they're bad as each other.
Yep.
You know, and I think, Olivia says bad things about her too. I think it goes both ways. But, I would be curious to see what they're like in a room together.
Oh, yeah.
Olivia claims that she's apologised, that they've spoken, and Dom is obviously saying they never have. So I'd be very interested to see that conversation.
Yeah.
I think everyone would. So, I think people would probably pay good money to see it. So I'd love to see them in a room.
I would too.
Babes, I unblocked Dominica months ago, when she kept complaining, like, I unblocked her. We have had a private conversation. I did try to sort things out and be like, let's not be women pitted against each other, which she had no interest in. I was like, let's not speak about each other publicly anymore. She had no interest in that either. So I am the one that's tried to sort things out. I am the one that's tried to make peace. Don't come at me with these sorts of comments, because I have tried to be the bigger person many times. Because she asked me not to share it, and I've gotten in trouble for sharing Domenica's public Twitter profile before. So I'm not going to touch a private conversation between her and I. She can share it. I've got nothing to hide there, baby.
It's funny though, I was saying to Marzi, it's funny what we interpret as aggressive. Now, Dom is always saying that she's not aggressive. How she speaks isn't aggressive. I don't think how you speak, Dom, is aggressive. But when you back it up with C, you F and C, that to me is aggressive. I find that very, very aggressive.
Go and fuck yourselves.
And I'll get on my back foot and I'll get worried and I'll get scared when someone speaks to me like that. I don't like it. Everyone finds aggression in different ways, and that's what I find to be very, very aggressive.
Choose your words really carefully, because when you swear, it comes off way more
I
aggressive.
really hate to be told choose my words wisely.